Okay, in the western states, when we got to talking about this, one thing that we kind of came to realization with in being in the West is every time we get together with the WSHEMA meeting, one of the things we always end up talking about is our 6x4 10-wheelers. The primary reason because of that, as we've learned, is based on our geographic conditions, which Bernie alluded to from Wyoming a couple years ago. Every state in the West has at least one location that's below 1,000 feet in elevation, at least one location that's over 12,000 feet in elevation. Every state in the West has at least one route or more that has a 7,000 to 8,000 foot pass and 7 to 8% grades. So when you start thinking about from a snow perspective, all of us are plowing snow with maybe the exception of Lou in Hawaii. So, but that would be the only outlier there. So snowplows for us are a key component, and actually most states it is the key component of our fleet. Without the snowplows, there really is no reason why we'd be there. So it really is an important fact for us. Speaking for Idaho, and I think the other western states in general, the majority of our replacement funding goes directly to replacing our snowplows and the equipment associated with it, plows and things like that. So it becomes a very critical component. So we chose to basically try to give you guys an idea of what our trucks are look like real quick. I got a couple slides from each state, so we'll try to go through this quickly because we're approaching break, to show you what we're doing and how we're trying to address that thing. Doug alluded to that there have been 310 horsepower, they're up to 350. As I go through this, you may be surprised at some of the horsepowers that we're running in the western states. So if you're ready, we'll kind of just get started and kind of work through this real quick. Okay, so I want to talk about Alaska. For Alaska, the most recent buy was some Workstars, some International Workstars 7600. GVW rating is 68,000. Front axles are 22,000, 46,000 pound rears. Horsepower, 470. We're on an Allison 4500 RDS transmissions. Spreader controllers are certified Power Freedom Series, across what they're doing, proportional. The dump beds are 12.5 foot, 8-yard capacities. Warning lights, they use a combination of an amber and a blue for their warning lights. Plow harness is manufactured by Henderson to Alaska specifications. They're using Henderson spreaders, various models, about 8 cubic yards. Delicers, 1 to 3 lanes. They're using Veritech and Northstar, anywhere between 1,800 and 2,000 gallon capacity. The front plows are manufactured by Henderson to an Alaska spec. Wing plows, also a Henderson 9-foot patrol wing to an Alaska spec. And Alaska also uses the same truck for their tow plows. Okay. Next, Arizona. And Dennis can attest, yes, it does snow in Arizona. They're also running Freightliner 114 SDs. Like Alaska, 68,000 GVW, 22,000 fronts, 46,000 rears, 450 horsepower, Allison 4500 RDS transmissions. They're using the Force America SSC 6100 spreader controllers in the full Force America package. The dump bodies you'll notice in these pictures are extremely long, 17 feet, 13 cubic yard capacity, using the Federal Signal lighting system. Monroe MTA snowplow hitches and harnesses. The spreaders, they're all stainless steel, 240 inches long, which is also a 1700 foot or 17 foot. They're using 240 pre-wets. They did not tell me if they do any type of liquid de-icing systems. They do? Okay. Front plows are Monroe. Right-hand wings are also Monroe. They're using a Paraglide, and the truck is also utilized to plow for tow plows in this application. California. International Workstar 7600 is their most recent buy. 52,000 GVW, 20,000 front, 40,000 rears, 475 horsepower. I'm sensing a theme here. California, however, is still running manual transmissions. They're using the Fuller RTLO 18913As. Spreader controllers are commercial shearing, open center hydraulics. You use a tub style dump body, 13 foot, 10 yard capacity. LED light bars along with 2 flashing amber lights in the front and in the rear for the warning systems. The plow harness is a California manufactured. Caltrans still builds a lot of their own trucks. Spreaders are a Henderson 8-yard muni body, stainless steel, with 100 gallons of pre-wet. Front plows are a Caltrans design, more of a butterfly style. Wing plows are also a Caltrans design. Colorado. Their most recent purchase was some International Workstar 7600s, 66,000 GVW, 20,000 front, 46 rears, 475 horsepower again. Allison 4500 RDSs. Spreader controllers are certified Cirrus. Henderson dump bodies, 15-foot stainless steel, using a Whalen lighting system. Plow harness is also certified. Spreaders are Henderson combination units, 9 cubic yard capacity, 800 gallons of liquid, 3-lane capability with a liquid de-ice. Front plows are Henderson. Wing plows are using left and right hand Hendersons. And these trucks too, also in that configuration, are utilized for tow plows. Idaho, our most recent ones are Mack GU 713s, 60,000 GVW, 20,000 front, 40,000 rears. We're a little on the light side on horsepower at only 425 compared to the other states. Allison 4500 is the transmissions. Spreader controllers are all Cirrus controls, Spread Smart RX. We use a Cry-Steel dump body, 14-foot, 10 cubic yard, Echo warning lights. Plow harness is an Idaho design that was manufactured by Monroe Truck Equipment. Swinson dual auger spreaders, 9 cubic yard capacity. Our de-icers are Monroe 3-lane, 1750 capacity. Front plows is an Idaho design that was manufactured by Hinkie, and we're using 8-foot junior wing, extendable junior wings. In a tow plow configuration, we have 2. The one thing that we were concerned about is we bumped the horsepower, like Utah, you heard yesterday, up to 505. Montana. They're also running Freightliner 114 SDSs, 58,000 GVW, which is 18 fronts, 40 rears, back up to 475 horsepower. They're using Eaton auto shifts for their transmissions with the Allisons. Spreader controls are also the Cirrus Spread Smart RX, similar to Idaho. 14-foot, 10 cubic yard dump bodies. Whalen an LED lighting system. Spreaders are from Swinson, 8-yard capacity with 800 gallons of liquid. Stainless steel dump bodies, and they only spread the liquid in the wheel tracks. Front plows are Henderson parallel lifts as they're standard now. Wing plows are 8-foot wings mounted on both left and right side, and they use this truck also for tow plows. Oregon. Bruce is the one oddball. He runs Volvos. 52,000 GVW, which is 22,000 pound front axles, 46,000 pound rears, and 425 horsepower. They use various combinations of transmissions depending on the location, either Eaton RTLO 16913s, the Volvo iShift, or the Allison RDS 4500. Spreader controls are a Parker iCan closed center system. Dump bodies are rectangular double wall, 10-yard capacity, and are those manufactured by your prison?
Yeah, correction.
By Correctional Industries. And they use a Whalen lighting system. As far as the front harness, it's a Volvo OEM that they're using. Spreaders are ODOT designed, built by Correctional Industries again, slip-in mount. De-icers are 1 to 3 lane capability, again, built in-house by ODOT, 1,600 gallon capacity. Various types of front plows, 1 and 2 ways, built again by ODOT. Wing plows are more of a mid-mount, various Hinkies or built in-house, and they use underbody scrapers, and Oregon at this time does not have any tow plows. Utah, Mack GU 713s. Their standard horsepower rating is 455. Allison RDS 4500. Spreader controls are Force America 5100s. Dump bodies are 14 or 17 foot depending on their application. They run both, and they run a combination of blue and amber warning light systems. Plow harness is a UDOT designed and built in-house. Spreaders are Henderson, 7.5 or 10.5 cubic yard capacity, depending on which truck. They're using Henderson de-icing systems with 1 to 3 lane capability, 1,800 gallons. Front plows are built by Jensen, which is a local Salt Lake manufacturer. And wing plows are 8 to 10 foot, depending on the one, both left-hand and right-hand side. And in tow plow application, they bounce these to 505 horsepower. Washington. International Workstar 7600s, 58,000 GVW, 18 fronts, 40 rears, 410 horsepower, so they're the small guys on the block. They're running 18-speed ultra shift transmissions. Spreader controllers are either Force America 6100s or they run the Parker ICANN both. Dump bodies are made by Payleft and they're 15-foot, 10-yard capacity. They run dual amber 360-degree strobes on the cab guards and alternating flashings on the back. Plow harness is a Hinky parallel lift plow. This is their standard now. Spreaders are Monroe, 15-foot, 10-yard capacity. Their de-icers are 1 to 3 lane capability, made by Ag Enterprises with 2,300 gallons of liquid. Front plows again are the Hinky parallel lifts. Wing plows are also Hinky. Underbody plows are also Hinky. And in a tow plow application, they do bounce the horsepower to 475. Wyoming. Recent purchase, again, Freightliner 114s. GVW rating is 58,000. 18 fronts, 40 rears, 435 horsepower. They run Eaton Ultra Shifts automated 10 speeds. Spreader controls are Force America 6100 with the joysticks. Henderson 13-foot dump bodies, Whalen warning lights. Plow harnesses are Hinky parallel lift is their standard now. Spreaders are Henderson, 8 to 10 yard capacity depending on the location. De-icers are a single lane Veritech system with 1,800 gallon capacities. Front plows, as we said, Hinky. Wing plows are an 8-foot extendable wing, multiple manufacturers. And in a tow plow configuration, they also bump their trucks to 505 horsepower. Questions that I can try to answer? As far as singles, Idaho has a few that we use, but our buys are so very variable, but pretty much everything is tandem. When you look at our fleet composition, we're about 85% tandem axle. I would assume that would be probably very similar to the other states. Okay, thanks.
Good.